shit right here, bro.
That damn Yoda, that kid.
It's out here.
That's his new joint?
Yeah, it's a new joint, bro.
I'm
mad how he said that's his new joke. Like he had a joke before. So Yoda again. Oh God. On TV. You see me.
What's good, y'all? We're the Mix. And
Mix.
tonight's special guest, we got Mr. Make It Happen Monday
What
himself.
up,
We got Patrick Martin in the house.
Hey, Monarch.
Good deal. Alright, man, so we got a lot to talk about.
A lot.
Man. So let's just start with who you are and what is Make It Happen Monday. Tell us what that is.
Well, I'm Patrick Martin. I am a 22-year-old senior at the Old Dominion University. I graduate May 4th, 2018, 2 o'clock p.m. So you want to send some funds, Cash App, all of that, reach out to me. Make It Happen Monday was a radio show that I held this year in the fall and the spring semester at Old Dominion University. It was very successful. Had the most views in WODU history. I had a chance to incorporate different on-campus brands, on-campus artists, and even different things in our community, like on Norfolk as well. So that was pretty cool. Overall, man, the whole experience was a blessing. It started off as a vision of like, you know what, like it would be cool to have a radio show. Driving, then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it happen. Then from there, that's how I got Make It Happen Mondays. And Mondays always is that day of the week that drags along, and you like, dang, it's Monday, and I figured, what can I do to enhance Mondays for my peers, for the campus, you know, kind of make Mondays kind of exciting instead of the usual drag. So that was that, and now I'm here.
Hey,
So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
so
man.
like, who are some inspirations to you to make you start this, you know, this radio platform for yourself?
Okay. For one, I gotta shout out, you know, Martin Lawrence. I mean, I'm the real Marty Marr now, but you know, he got a check for his Marty Marr. So I can't argue with that. But Martin Lawrence, for real, I was always a big Martin fan. Then I don't know if you all have seen my first theme video, radio show video. Well, not theme, but intro show video.
It was his theme, right?
It was like paying homage type.
But what am I trying to
like the
like
promo?
Promo. Oh my God. Promo word. But yeah, the Martin theme was the whole inspiration behind it, between the color scheme, kind of the angles, kind of how I like popped in, walked in, I smiled, you know, show different character, you know, traits and personality like that. Then from there, I would say maybe guys like Will Smith, I always look up to him. Bernie Mac, my favorite comedian. That's one person I would love to meet, would be him. And that was basically those three. Because I mean, a lot of people with character, they're funny, you know, people like to be around them, they entertain you.
Alright, that's what's up, man.
How do you like being a monarch?
I love Old Dominion University. Best thing that happened to me.
Yes, and we will get back to that in a little bit. But alright, so your radio personality, is this something you're going to school for, like, or is this just like, this is the dream, but your major is different? It was a dream, man, for real. Like, my dream is to go into entertainment. Like, one day I'm gonna be rich and famous. Hollywood, LA, all that kind of stuff. That's what I dream and I aspire to be one day. So the like radio show was something that was like, you know, would start, you know, manifest those dreams and, you know, try to build towards my goal of being on TV, you know, having people tune in and watch me, supporters, different stuff like that, you know, building a fan base in a sense. My major is actually criminal justice. That's like my plan, F-A-N-G in life. Like, everything I don't want to do, I work for the government. Not knocking the government job, that's a great
But your passion is NASCAR.
But my passion is, you know, to go on to entertainment and stuff like that. Because, you know, like, we graduate, we go to college, we work hard, spend strenuous nights doing all this work. For what? Just to go get a job? Why not chase our dreams and do something we want to do? A career. Exactly. And that's something that doesn't feel like a job. And I want to be able to, after graduation, do something that makes me happy. Not, well, I mean, I'm just in it for the check, or I'm just doing it because it's my major. I'm going to do it because it makes me happy.
That's why I'm glad that we have this major NASCAR, because I feel like it should be something that's fun. Like, you get to meet different people, famous people. You get to go to these events, you get to report on it, you get to meet different stylists. The networking is crazy. Like, it just seems like it's fun. Granted, it may get like a little stressful, but it just screams fun. Like, this is something I would love.
Communication is like, if I could do it again, I would be a communication major if I could do it again. And it's crazy because I came in a biology major, then a speech pathology major, and I got the criminal justice. I just wanted to get a degree. Then over time, once like I really started to see what I was naturally good at, I was like, man, wish I could do comm, but you know, it's time to get up out of here.
Right.
You can't be in college forever, man. It ain't cheap.
Third time
ain't that right,
time.
Spots? You know, I know you're gonna watch this one day.
So, alright, so speaking of your brand, Make It Happen Monday, what are some like things that you've hosted like this? Go ahead and give us that resume real quick.
Okay, I did the Glow Sexual Education. I've done the spring concert. We had Wale and OT. I've also done the Train Like an Alpha. I've also did the 2018 Homecoming Fashion Show. Also did the Dynamic Modeling Troupe Fashion Show. I've also done the SAC. It's like Students Against Stress or something like that. SAC Attack or Stack Attack. I've hosted their event as well. I've also hosted the SAC Student Activity Councils. What is it called? It was a lip sync. I've hosted that for them. I've also hosted. Yeah, man, this goes on.
Yes, resume.
Yeah,
it goes on.
You know you're doing a lot, but you gotta think about it.
Right.
Okay, for real.
Like Nari said,
I need to do like you said when you ask me now. I'm like, all right, Pat, actually think, because you know sometimes you know, but honestly, it doesn't feel like ever like a job or a burden. It's something I really enjoy doing, so that's why it's kind of easy for me to kind of like, oh yeah, I did host or I did do that, because I truly enjoy being on stage, being in front of people, being able to like, you know, put a smile on their face and have them enjoy themselves like that.
Okay, so with all these events going on, like, I want to know which one is your favorite, like which one that you hosted or you know.
I would say the dopest experience hosting was the spring concert. That was like, you know, probably the largest platform I've been on, you know, like being on the stage, you know, seeing different students and, you know, just people from all over. That was real cool, honestly. Then I got to meet Wale after. He was a real cool dude.
Shout out to DMV.
Yeah, shout out to DMV.
What you got from?
Fredericksburg, we not the DMV. Okay.
It stretches. It's just stretches.
It's right there, y'all.
Stop it, Frederick. Y'all get put in there. Come on.
But my all-time favorite would be the 2018 Homecoming Fashion Show, or would it be 2017? Because 2017 Homecoming Fashion Show, that was the first event my mother and father were able to be present at that I hosted.
Okay.
And then I think my grandmother came as well, so it was real cool for them to finally see me in action and see like, because they always were asking, what you hosting, like you doing this, you doing that. So for them to actually be able to be there and, you know, see, and I did a really good job. It just was real fun. They were entertained. They had nothing but good feedback and stuff like that. So that was my all-time favorite memory.
Okay.
So what's something that you would tell somebody like coming into college that wants to go into that field?
Like communication.
Yeah. Even though like I know that's not your
that's what I'm thinking.
Or maybe even like how to go about choosing the correct.
Yeah. Honestly, I would tell anyone coming into college, like, choose what makes you happy, not what's going to pay well, not what the people around you think, not what people may look down upon or frown. If you want to major in art, if you want to major in baking pizzas, major in baking pizzas if that makes you happy. And even if you need to take that year, you know, being undecided, take that year. Don't feel ashamed because, you know, oh, well, hey, you're a bio major. Oh, you're English. Well, what are you? Oh, I'm undecided. There's no fault in that. Like, it's your time. I've learned that life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And there's no road or timetable for success, because different stuff really does happen for different people at different times. So I always tell them, like, do whatever you think makes you happy, and it's okay to change your major. You're not gonna always get on the first, the second, the third, or the fourth. Shoot, I'm on my third major. I've been in college 5 years. But I mean, this extra year has been a blessing, honestly, and you know, I'm glad that I had the experience. I could have took it in a way like, dang, all my people graduated last semester or the semester before, but instead I took it and I use that opportunity to make myself better, you know, before I go out into the workforce and, you know, different things as far as career-wise, you know, capitalize on that.
Okay. So, alright, so, you know, we've been, you know, stalking the Instagram page to the page, and we know Make It Happen Monday hosted an activity hour out on you.
Okay.
Please tell us about that, how that went down, like how was the preparation for that to like the day of, whether activity hour, how lit it was, like please break it down.
I need extra tickets.
Okay, well shoot, honestly, like to keep it 100, like, so, you know, my radio show is through WODU, so they held a awards banquet that Saturday or Sunday, and I didn't win anything, and like I could have been bitter, or you know what, I should have got this, I should have got that, because it was some awards that were pretty questionable. I thought, dang, I think I would, you know, fitting for that, but I didn't win a thing. But instead of, you know, being nasty or, you know, being resentful or hating on other people, you know, because, you know, they won it for a reason, I guess. But just because I didn't win doesn't mean I wasn't qualified, but it doesn't mean they weren't either. But in their own right, they were. So I was like, you know what? I have my own activity. I was starting my own radio show in a way. So I was actually raising money for a scholarship, which I was going to have a basketball tournament, but I couldn't get the facility. You know, it's okay. You know, I understand, like, you know, maybe it's just not my time to do that scholarship. I held another fundraiser at Chipotle, so the funds that was raised from that, I held on to, didn't spend it, you know, did nothing malicious with it, so I just held on to the funds for that. So when I decided to do the activity hour, I bought a cake. You know, I balled on the budget, if I must say. You know,
you got
the food line, got a cake. I got them, you know, put the funny story. This is a happy birthday cake, and they couldn't take the piece out. I messed up the cake. So before, you know, people really, they just saw I had cake. They ain't really see it. They said happy birthday.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I got a cake. Don't get too close. Okay, I got a cake.
Don't read it.
So then I took the lid off. I got to take off the little happy birthday, and it said make it happen Monday. Because, you know, people don't want nothing that look like it's been picked over. Right? I know I don't want nothing. It feel like you had your fingers and stuff, and then I don't, you know, I stopped eating cake. You know, stuff like that.
No, we don't eat everybody cook our food.
That's true. And what potato salad.
Oh.
Not the way.
Then I had Little Caesars pizza. I got 4 of those. You know, it's like $5 hot and ready. I had 2 cheese, 2 pep. That was like $22.45. Then EDL, Everyday Dope Life. Shout out to them. They actually wanted to put on that 3 hours as well. So I said, why not celebrate my show and, like, you know, give them the chance to
shout out to Naya.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
She's making big moves.
The whole team, they did a great job, and she actually worked out something with Chef Skip. Y'all know who he is?
No, don't.
Well, like, hey, that brother can cook, man. Shout out to Chef Skip, man. Wherever you are, brother, 757 the chef. He had some shrimp and fish nuggets and like his special sauce. So we had 2 trays of those, little to-go containers, and that was real good too. All the cake got eaten up, all the pizza did too. And shout out to the 80/20 juice bar, my man AZ, man, you know, black business, you know, he's in the web, and like he does all kinds of squeezed juices, the alkaline water, all that kind of stuff. So I had him, he had at least 50 samples out as well. So it was a very successful event. The only thing that hurts, I would say, is the weather, because the rain and the conditions. Some people don't want to come out, but we still have an attendance of about 50 to 75 people. So I'm content. Yeah. And, you know, you can't worry about the people who are not there to fellowship, only the people who are there. At least you stop by. So I mean, it was great, man. And EDL, now I even gave away some Gucci tickets as well. So that was cool. Then I had all my different sponsors who at least came on the show that was available, but some who weren't available that still were able to, who weren't available but they were still able to come out. They weren't available, so they couldn't come out, but the ones who were available did come out. I had Day Shades, My Melanin, the Hefes, Envisions, Noisy A. And that was all who was able to come out. But I mean, like you said, you know, different things go on. You know, I don't take stuff like that personal if you can't come. Like, I appreciate you even coming on the show and doing what you did. And Day Shades, she raffled off a pair of her shades and stuff like that too. So, man, it was a very successful event. I had my boy Ant, one of the Sigmas at ODU, he DJ'd and stuff like that. So it was a really good time, man. Like, it was a blessing. And all the people who came out, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. The donations, Juice Bar, Chef Skip, EDL, all of that. Like, I thank you very much for that. So
it's really great that you keep like such a positive attitude, because that positivity will get you far.
I try to. I mean, you can't take everything negative and personal, because it's honestly not like that.
Right.
So,
It creates a good morale for the people around you.
Alright, so it's that time, us at the Mix, we don't really do confrontation, but we finna get into this topic. So basically, the backstory, ODU and NSU are both universities in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yep,
They're
15, 20 miles apart.
15, 20 miles apart, and they commonly go at it all the time. Twitter is the home of NSU and ODU. So this time, it all started because a freshman posted a video saying...
Freshmen being freshmen.
Yeah, freshmen basically saying ODU is like an HBCU. That caused a lot of trouble to, a young lady saying some things about, how, ODU is basically in a short way of saying it, ODU is better than NSU.
Yeah.
Saying that if two people that have the same accolades, whether it's a degree, a GPA, she would get the job first because she goes to ODU rather than somebody from NSU.
Yeah. I mean, she's a nice girl. That's my homegirl, bro. She a nice girl. She just outspoken, but I mean, she mean well.
Okay.
She mean well.
What are your thoughts on that? Cause you're black, you go to ODU. I'm black, I go to Norfolk State. She go to Norfolk State, graduated from Norfolk State. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, for one, like I say, it's not about the degree or for one, the institution. Like if you're bettering yourself, attending community college, HBCU, PWI, MSI, Ivy League. The fact of the matter is you're betting yourself at an institution of higher learning. And I never shame anybody from an HBCU, whether it's Norfolk State, Hampton, Howard, Morehouse, Spelman, any of that. Because at the end of the day, we're all, we're still African American at the end of the day. We all still black, to be black and white about it. So I wouldn't put a MSI or PWI above anybody's education. If you working hard and you doing what you got to do, it'll take care of itself for real. And it's not always about the degree. It's about, not about the degree, but what I say is, it's not about what you know. It's about who you know. Networking. Yeah. So if you go to your HBCU and you don't have to be a 4.0 student, but let's say you're an average student, but you're very heavily involved in your campus community. You put on events. You take the time to make and build those relationships. You're gonna have a different outcome and experience opposed to a student at your HBCU who doesn't do that. They're just another HBCU student opposed to a person, let's say at ODU, who comes to my MSI and like me, I'm heavily involved. I do this, I do that, and now I'm about to graduate. My experiences and different opportunities, are really starting to come into fruition because of different stuff that I've done, opposed to someone who was just a basic student at the MSI who didn't get involved, who didn't take those time to build those relationships or those networks. Because at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It doesn't come down to, I have 30 blacks in my class, or it's all whites and 2 blacks in my class. Because at the end of the day, we're brothers, we're sisters, we all are minorities. So if you're getting an education at a higher institution of learning, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and that's a big argument. I see it a lot, not just with our 2 schools, but with a lot of schools. It's always a HBCU versus a PWI conversation, and I'm going to say from the HBCU concept, yes, HBCU students, we have to stop turning down our PWI students for going to those type of schools, because that doesn't make them as less black if they choose to go to that school. But on the same hand, PWI students have to learn, just because black people or people of color go to an HBCU, their degree doesn't mean anything, or
that was a very different.
That's very false.
That was a tweet.
What she said was extremely heavy, especially for simple fact grading. She's a freshman. What's her name again?
See, the girl who did the swag surf was a freshman.
Aren't they both freshmen?
The other girl who did the video, that was my homegirl, Quay.
Wait, she's in a freshman?
Nah, she's not.
Oh, wow.
The freshman was who had the swag surf joint.
Okay, I thought Okay, I thought they go for freshmen.
No, they both not freshmen.
But
Nah.
that's I just think it's really interesting because you know, it's a lot of rich history in HBCUs. You know, like that a lot of people don't know. So for like someone to say like a comment like that, it's kind of like a slap in the face to the people who paved the way for you to even go to PWI.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like it was ignorant, but I also look at it as, you know, like people are knowledgeable of what people went through to get to a PWI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I know my degree matter because I got a job and get a good check. So, it ain't really bother me.
Yeah, like you said, like I said, that was a, like when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, she shook the table. She did shake the table.
Okay, because
She
it's
shook
like,
the table.
it's a big thing only for the simple fact, like, she's literally downgrading people of
Who look like her.
Her color. Two, she has the mindset that just because she goes to ODU that she's going to like outdo me, someone who goes to NSU. And three, you obviously don't know anything about the major at your school, because if you did, you would know that NSU has certifications that ODU doesn't. And she's a mass comm major, by the way. I'm a mass comm major. So if they look at my school versus ODU, if you want to go by like based off schools, they're going to choose me off the simple fact we have certifications. We put in work. The mass comm program at Norfolk State is known.
She's still a good person.
That's great.
No,
I'm not saying she's not a good person, but her mindset is somewhere else, especially for her not to be a freshman. And what's her name again? Her full name?
I ain't giving you.
Alright, so the full name was on her little header jump or whatever. And it's not something you would probably when they say put on resumes and stuff, like if they say if you have a certain name that probably isn't appealing to the person you're getting a job for, you might want to use your middle name if that isn't ghetto as well. So for you to sit here and talk about schools, you know, your name's not making it past
What I will
At
say,
the end of the day,
we're rooting for everybody black.
Right.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
Free Kodak. I'm just gonna say if you know her as a person, like personally, you would know like, alright, you know, she was just tweeting on Twitter. But like I can't understand why you all like you say like, nah, I do take that person. Like, you know, you just talking, but you just talking, I feel like you disrespecting me. So I do understand both ends of like where you going, but since like that, like Quay, you know it's all love, like you know.
Yeah, I'm going to the best of fucking interviews.
We're gonna draw it to it was one of the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
It was the heat of the moment.
Let's leave it like that.
You know, we just gonna leave it like that. At the end of the day, whether you go to ODU, NSU, TCCU,
BSU,
ABC, 1, 2, 3, as long as you get in that education, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
And don't let anybody tell you any different that your degree does not matter.
Because obviously, as you see, we got NSU, we got TCC, we got ODU, we're all here, and we're making things happen.
Let's be united front, y'all. Like, we're trying to work together.
Right, because at the end of the day, we trying to be as known as these big schools, and we can't do that tearing down our own. Like we beefing with a school that is walking distance.
And then it started.
I mean, people have walked. Okay.
Started with the Howard though. Like I said, I had a lot of like Howard tweets in my mentions, and I hadn't even really tweeted nothing controversial. I was just like, you know, like, hope them tweets don't come like joke. Like I really don't care. And them tweets really came. Like Howard Students was going rapping, saying this and that. And I'm like,
shout out to Howard.
Shout out to
I'm
Howard.
like, shouldn't they call on Tyrone or what's his name? Something like
Tyrone Henderson, aka Scammer of the Year.
Hey.
Like, don't come for my mans, okay? Don't come for my mans. He trying to put on for us, okay?
But and then that's like, you know, on both sides, like PWIs, like you said, we do have to do better with, you know, understanding the rich tradition and histories for those of us who aren't aware, and for the ones who do know, you know, we just spread that knowledge so, you know, we don't have issues like, oh, people, you know, like we could say, I guess, degrading or, you know, downsizing the successes and the other things that, you know, universities like Norfolk State has done. But at the same spectrum, there are those HBCU students who, oh, y'all imitate the black culture. Like, for example, I remember about 2 years ago, I had an HBCU page tweeting me saying, you want to be at a HBCU, that's why you got those letters across your chest. And I was like, little do you know, Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was started at Cornell University.
Okay,
so it was just like what? Then you have Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated that was started at Indiana University. So it was kind of like, where are you going with that? Like, you know, it's more than Greek life and stuff is a big part of HBCUs, and we can say, you know, some MSI, PWIs as well, but you know, it's more to that than the school. Like for me, I see like Norfolk State, and I go to Hampton, other HBCUs I visited. It's really a culture in my experience. Like it's just a different feel. Like you know you there, and it's different to like the dances, to like the y'all got the fire and ice, or the
the dance team.
The dance team, like we don't have that. We got dancers, but you know the swag is different than ODU. So like you know it's a culture like I said, I personally have nothing but love for HBCUs, PWIs, MSIs. Like my mother, she graduated from HBCU, not Norfolk, she attended their semester, then she went to St. Paul's. They're not there anymore due to some, we gonna leave that alone. But,
a baby Howard.
Ooh.
No, Howard ain't close it down.
Oh, they're not going
to people won't actually paying their money.
Yeah,
like, they was giving people degrees
right.
without.
Howard was getting taken. It wasn't just being paid.
Then like my cousin, she graduated from Norfolk State as well. So like you say, we just gotta do better on both ends, and that's why we got the mix and make it happen. Bring that, you know,
bringing knowledge to
issues. But
and that brings us full circle, going right back to Make It Happen Monday. So shout out yourself, give us your social media, give us your Make It Happen Monday page. Like shout yourself out, tell people where they can reach you if they want to, you know, get an interview for next semester. If you still doing the show next semester.
He said I'm looking for sponsors, Nike, Adidas, Jordan, Puma. Hit me up. But you can follow me at Patrick Martin at Marty Mar. Is Instagram M4RTY M4RRR __. Twitter M4RTY M4RRR __. Patrick Martin again. Snapchat just Patrick Martin. If you don't get it by now, I'm pretty basic and I like that. So I think got a nice ring to it. So for real, Patrick Martin. And like you know, you can some of the mix tags and stuff they can find us on there. So
So yeah, man. If you had anything you want to shout some people out before.
Hey, mom, dad, hey, I love you. You know, graduation coming up this weekend. I'm finally glad to be crossing this stage. You know, it wouldn't be possible without you all. You know, it's been a daunting 5 years full of ups and downs, but with you all, you know, the help of God, grandma, and everybody, you know, my dreams finally coming true. To the mix. I want to thank y'all for, you know, giving me the opportunity to come on. Like you said, when I first got word of like the mix and all that stuff, I watched one of y'all videos and I was like, they really doing this. So
thank you, we appreciate
keep doing that. Hey, for ODU, I love y'all, man. I'm gonna miss you. I hope I've impacted you all enough so you move for the further years. You all can continue to do the same, and we can spread that love and happiness everywhere. So.
Alright. Well, hey, that's been Patrick Martin. You already know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Mommy and daddy, boy.
Yeah, not the ball.
This is the mix. You know, we drop videos every Wednesday and Friday. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.